The year is 1989. The Berlin Wall, a symbol of division for almost 3 decades, crumbles. Thousands celebrate, witnessing a world transformed. This event reshaped alliances, shifted power dynamics, and redrew the map of Europe. Understanding geopolitics is essential to navigating our complex world.
Geopolitics is the study of how geography influences politics and international relations. A nation's location, size, resources, and physical features play a crucial role in its foreign policy decisions. Imagine a nation surrounded by hostile neighbors. Its foreign policy will focus on securing its borders. Conversely, a nation with abundant natural resources might wield economic influence. The rise of the internet and social media has created new avenues for geopolitical influence. Imagine a vast chessboard, each square representing a nation. Mountains and deserts form natural barriers, like the Himalayas separating India and China. Coastal nations with access to sea lanes, such as the United Kingdom or Japan, historically developed powerful navies. Landlocked countries, like Bolivia or Mongolia, face unique challenges in accessing global markets. Consider Russia, a vast country spanning 11 time zones, marked by invasions from the West. Understanding these geographical realities is crucial to understanding the motivations of nations.
Control over resources has been a driving force in geopolitics throughout history. Access to oil, water, minerals, and fertile land has sparked wars and fueled economic booms. The discovery of oil in the Middle East transformed the region into a pivotal arena of geopolitical competition. Countries sharing river systems face difficult negotiations over water allocation. The pursuit of resources drives economic alliances and trade partnerships. Countries rich in natural resources hold significant leverage in the global market. Understanding the geopolitics of scarcity becomes ever more critical as demand for resources increases.
Geopolitics is not solely about maps and resources, it is also about memory. Historical grievances and past conflicts cast long shadows on international relations. The scars of colonialism continue to shape the relationship between former empires and their former colonies. Consider the enduring legacy of World War II, which led to the division of Europe and the emergence of superpowers. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is another example of how history shapes present-day tensions. Even minor historical events can have significant geopolitical repercussions. As the British Empire crumbled after World War II, India prepared for independence. The partition of the Indian subcontinent along religious lines created the independent nations of India and Pakistan. The partition triggered one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions were uprooted from their homes, forced to cross newly drawn borders. India and Pakistan emerged as rivals, their relationship marred by mistrust and territorial disputes. The trauma of partition continues to shape the identities and politics of India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. The partition of India highlights the importance of careful planning and respect for human rights in managing political transitions.
Section 3. The Dragon's Ascent, China's Rise and the Shifting Global Order.
For much of the 20th century, China grappled with internal strife and economic stagnation. In the decades following Mao Zedong's death, China embarked on economic reform and opening up to the world. Fueled by a rapidly expanding economy, China transformed into a global economic powerhouse. China's rise has reshaped the global balance of power, challenging the dominance of the United States. The world is witnessing a shift from a unipolar system to a more multipolar world, with China as a major player.
Section 1. The wall comes tumbling down. The fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of an era.
The Berlin Wall, a grim symbol of a divided Europe, stood as a testament to the ideological battleground of the Cold War. In 1989, a series of events unfolded with breathtaking speed. Protests against communist rule swept across Eastern Europe. On November 9, 1989, the Berlin Wall fell. The images of jubilant crowds tearing down the wall marked the symbolic end of the Cold War. The fall of the Berlin Wall led to the reunification of Germany and the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Section 2. A Spring Cut Short, The Promise and Unravelling of the Arab Spring.
In December 2010, a Tunisian street vendor's act of defiance ignited a firestorm across the Arab world. The Arab Spring was fueled by widespread poverty, unemployment, corruption, political repression, and a yearning for freedom. Social media played a crucial role in organizing and mobilizing support. The initial successes of the Arab Spring were dramatic, with longtime dictators forced from power. But the hope proved tragically fleeting as the Arab Spring descended into chaos and violence. In Syria, Bashar al-Assad's regime responded to protests with ruthless violence, unleashing a devastating civil war.
The year is 2016. The United Kingdom makes a momentous decision to leave the EU. The Brexit referendum signaled a resurgence of nationalism and a rejection of globalization and European integration. The decision to leave the EU was driven by economic anxieties, concerns about immigration, and a sense of loss of sovereignty. Proponents of Brexit argued that the UK would be better off outside the EU. The Brexit vote exposed deep divisions within British society and revealed the fragility of the European project.
Shifting sands, the geopolitical aftershocks. The geopolitical events of the late 20th and early 21st centuries have left an indelible mark on the global landscape.
These events have collectively ushered in an era of profound change and uncertainty, reshaping alliances and igniting new conflicts. The fall of the Berlin Wall triggered a domino effect that led to the disintegration of the Soviet Union. The Arab Spring exposed the deep-seated frustrations of people living under authoritarian regimes. Brexit has shaken the foundations of the European Union, creating economic uncertainty and raising questions about the future of European integration.
A world reordered, new alliances, new tensions. In the wake of these transformative events, the global power structure is undergoing a fundamental realignment, reshaping the dynamics of international relations.
The United States, while still a dominant force, faces growing competition from China, which is rapidly expanding its economic and military might, challenging the status quo. This power shift has led to increased tensions, particularly in the Asia-Pacific region, where China's assertive territorial claims have raised concerns among its neighbors, leading to a precarious balance.
Russia, under Vladimir Putin, has sought to reassert itself on the world stage, flexing its military muscles in Ukraine and Syria, meddling in foreign elections, and challenging the Western-led international order. Its actions have heightened tensions with the West, leading to a new Cold War, albeit one fought with economic sanctions and cyber warfare rather than tanks and missiles, creating a complex battlefield.
The rise of non-state actors, such as ISIS and Al-Qaeda, has further complicated the geopolitical landscape. These groups, operating across borders and exploiting the chaos of failed states, pose a significant threat to global security. Their use of terrorism, propaganda, and social media to spread their ideology and recruit followers highlights the changing nature of conflict in the 21st century, where technology plays a pivotal role.
The global balance of power is no longer defined solely by military might or economic clout. Other factors, such as access to technology, control of resources, and the ability to shape narratives and influence public opinion, are becoming increasingly important. In this new world order, alliances are shifting, old rivalries are resurfacing, and new threats are emerging, making the future uncertain and the stakes higher than ever. Geopolitics in the age of uncertainty, navigating a complex world. The world today is a complex tapestry woven from intricate geopolitical threads, each one influencing the other. From the rise and fall of empires to the ongoing struggle for resources and the enduring legacy of historical grievances that continue to shape our present, the forces of geopolitics have shaped the contours of our world and continue to influence the course of human events in profound ways.
Understanding these forces is not merely an academic exercise. It is essential for navigating the complexities of the 21st century and beyond. The geopolitical landscape of the 21st century is characterized by both continuity and change, reflecting the dynamic nature of global politics.
The struggle for power and influence persists, but the players, the battlefields, and the weapons have evolved. The rise of China, the resurgence of Russia, and the growing assertiveness of regional powers are reshaping the global balance of power in significant ways.
Non-state actors armed with ideologies and empowered by technology pose new and evolving threats that challenge traditional power structures. In this age of uncertainty, traditional notions of power are being challenged and redefined. Economic interdependence, technological innovation, and the battle for hearts and minds are as important as military might in shaping global outcomes.
Soft power, the ability to influence through culture, values, and diplomacy, is gaining increasing currency in a world where military solutions are often costly and counterproductive, making diplomacy more crucial than ever. The future of power, a world in flux. The 21st century will be defined by how nations and individuals respond to the challenges and opportunities presented by a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape, which is evolving faster than ever before. Climate change, resource scarcity, pandemics, and technological disruption will test the resilience of global institutions and the wisdom of leaders, pushing them to their limits.
The future of power will be shaped by those who can adapt to these changing realities, forge new alliances, and find innovative solutions to shared challenges, ensuring progress and stability. The ability to cooperate across borders, bridge divides, and build consensus will be paramount, as it will determine the success of our collective efforts.
Will the world descend into a new era of great power competition, marked by conflict and instability? Or will we find a path to peace? Or will we witness the emergence of a more cooperative and rules-based international order, one capable of addressing global challenges and ensuring a more peaceful and prosperous future for all, regardless of borders?
The answer, ultimately, lies in the choices we make today and the actions we take to shape our world. By understanding the forces of geopolitics, engaging in informed debate and demanding wise leadership, we can help shape a future where cooperation triumphs over conflict and where the forces that unite us prove stronger than those that divide us, creating a better world for future generations.